It's bad enough when Christians are being persecuted by state authorities, but we are now truly living in the time of biblical prophecy, as the church is taking aim on its own. I'm John Henry Weston with an update on a shocking story from the American Midwest, where a faithful Catholic homeschool mother is fighting the church and the state. LifeSite's Jim Hale reports from Kansas City.
Meet the Bernardel family. Until November of last year, they were Catholic homeschoolers, quietly attending daily mass and running the farm. That all changed drastically when Mother Jane made headlines after being arrested while praying in church on the eve of All Saints. Her crime? Not wearing a mask.
I did not want to mask, and my children definitely were not going to mask. None of us were ill. We were all well. We were all very far from anybody in the church. And so it seemed more authoritarian than it didn't make sense to me. And so we said no. I said no, we are not going to mask. And that's when he called the police.
And oh, by the way, the priest was not wearing a mask, if you can believe it. She said no, she would just continue to pray. Shortly thereafter, the sirens were blaring, the cops showed up, handcuffed her, and in front of her children, took her away to jail. This iPhone video shot by an alarmed parishioner demonstrates the madness we've descended into. As the woman exercises her First Amendment rights, another parishioner, apparently pleased that Jane is being arrested, tries to stop her from filming.
In the church, no one is in there but you.
Why are you filming this? Why are you asking me? I'm just curious why you're filming it. I don't have to answer you. Excuse me. This is freedom.
She's a very strong person, and she speaks up for the truth, and she knows what's right, and she stands by it.
At one point, you felt like you had to defend your mom. What did you say?
I said, "Stop that, that's my mom," because they were pushing her against the corner of the building.
And to this day, no apology from Father Gary Giuritis of Our Lady of Perpetual Help Parish or Bishop James Johnson of the Diocese of Kansas City. Jane met with the bishop, but all she got was that he would not object to the charges being dropped.
I remember getting home that night and, saying, wow, we have a lot of work to do, because we didn't do very good. Like, everybody was scared. My family was scared. And they should be. I mean, it was never happened, but we need to be ready at all times to face the music and be ready to stand up for our faith. And I think the uncanny thing was it came from inside. It's the church that it feels like the church is persecuting you.
Yet life on the farm continues, and Kansas farm folks are just plain tough. The Bernardels see it all through the lens of faith, and no matter how bad things get inside or outside the church, they'll be ready.
The church was established by Christ, and there were sinners from the beginning. There always will be. That's why he's merciful. So I just try to concentrate on the positive.
I just tried to learn to do a lot of just entrusting it all to divine providence, and whatever comes, comes. And it very well could be something that's preparing us for, it could have been something that's preparing us for worse things down the road.